What's going on, guys? Greg here today, bringing you a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay commentary. You'll be watching 135 kills, 4 deaths on the map Guijarro. Now, I normally don't really upload losses too much, but I don't really care that much because, one, it is ground war. There's 32 versus 32, so obviously I can't control the entire match. Whereas in a 6v6, I mean, if I get kill streaks, I can basically control the entire match. But in ground war, it's a lot different, so it is what it is. We end up losing by 16 points, I think. And, anyways, my goal right now in ground war is I'm really trying to set like a record, not really like a world record, but more of a personal record, and I almost beat it in this match. Now, first off, why is this guy running out here off the start of the game? I do not understand players in ground war at all. Like, you're running by foot. I'm just gonna explain why this is bad real quick, like why you shouldn't do what he just did. So you're running by foot through your own spawn, which, if you run by foot through your own spawn, you're not going to get a lot of kills. All right, you are not going to get up on the map properly and get good positioning right away, so you're gonna have a really slow start to your match. It's gonna not really get a lot of kills. Real quick, I just want to say this: I grind this game for kills. All right, I am not really bothered by winning or losing. If I'm playing ranked play, that's a different story, because obviously ranked play, the whole goal of the game is to win, so you get SR and you level up. But whenever I am playing Modern Warfare 2 pubs, or ground war in specific, I am really just here to grind up my kills for the leaderboards. Okay, I'm in the top 250 for kills in the world, and I don't even have nearly as much play time as some of the other people do up there. There's people with 30 plus days played already. I'm at like 15 or something, so I have like half their play time, and I just choose ground war because I enjoy kill streaks, and kill streaks go stupid in ground war. So that's the little explanation there. Anyways, right here, I'm close to my streaks, so I'm going to capitalize on getting these streaks. And this C C area here, it's a good spot to go off the rip of the match here. Sometimes, not all the time, you know. I mean, I could say it's the best spot to go to, but it's not the best spot to go to. It really is no best spot. It just depends on the lobby. It also depends on what kind of streak. Momentum plays a lot into my high kill games and farming kills. Now, this 74U setup right here is actually beaming. I was just trying something. Of course, the tank's looking up here. Doesn't matter. Got my streaks again. And this 74U setup I put on for stability, aiming idle stability. So I have the laser that just helps out with aiming idle stability, and then I have the Nexus underbarrel, and that really helped out counteract what I lose from the Echoless 80, the Ultra Zat, and I think I have one more attachment. I'm not really quite sure what my last attachment was on the gun. High velocity, and I don't really lose anything from high velocity, but that helped out a lot. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't really seem to understand, though, in these gameplays, is the momentum, right? If I have no score towards my kill streaks, I'm going to try to get into a position where I feel the lobby might be trying to play around the most. If I have about 400 to 500 score towards my streaks, then obviously I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to be a little bit smarter about where I'm going on the map. Sometimes I'll just hold my position and wait for people to push me, because getting those streaks are really going to help get you a lot of kills. And especially in ground war here, taking out vehicles is very important with the gunship. And on some maps, you know, maybe they're a little bit more infantry based, like Zai Observatory, or what's the other one? Al Malik International. I'll throw on the advanced UAV, but I feel like the advanced UAV just ends too early, like DEFCON, so the game just ends early. I've noticed that happens a lot with the advanced UAV, so I've been spending more time running the gunship whenever I'm chasing after these high kill games. Now, one of the things you'll see me do is, whenever I am trying to get literally like the most amount of kills possible, I am cheesing this game so hard with score streaks. I will put on things like DDoS and go to a high traffic area and just blow up, you know, or not really blow up, but just attack all the bouncing betties and stuff. I don't know why I was so focused on this chopper. I really wanted to kill the pilot out of it, and I just couldn't. I wasted a few extra kills that I probably could have gotten, but is what it is. Hindsight is always 20/20. But you also see that I save my kill streaks until I die, and I will try to die after I earn my gunship, so that way I can call my streaks and earn my next set of streaks. So you're probably wondering, how do you earn your next set of streaks if normal kills aren't giving you plus 25 or whatever towards your score? Well, every single time you kill an enemy around your objective or their objective, you gain 50 points per kill towards your next set of streaks. And you'll see right here there's a lot of proxy mines open. I end up hitting DDoS and I get some more score. And I'm just cheesing this because, I mean, it's in the game. You know what I mean? I also have Hardline on because Hardline, I mean, why wouldn't you run it if your goal is a ton of kills? You're just going to be able to earn your streaks just one kill faster. And, you know, pretty much everything helps at the end of the day, and that's basically what I am doing here whenever I'm trying to go for these high amounts of kills. Now, other times, you know, I might not run DDoS. Other times I'll throw on Attack Insert, or I'll throw on Dead Silence even. Some of these maps, I feel like I need Dead Silence on if I'm trying to get a rotation, because there are so many people that just sit in a random spot with Ghost, and they'll just sit there in ADS and Sound Horse. So sometimes I do like Dead Silence. It really just depends on, like, the match, the map, all that kind of stuff, you know, what's going on, if I need to swap between things. But most of the time, you know, I'm just chilling running this setup. Now, since I told you guys about score, you know, the kind of things I'm doing, really it's just, like I said, the rest of it, momentum based, right? I'm one off my gunship here. I'm just gonna look for a pick or two. I'm not gonna throw myself into a really stupid position. I see this tank isn't paying attention to me and there's a guy standing on top of it. Chances of me dying in a tank, it's possible, but he didn't see me, so, you know, like, and if he does try to kill me, I do have Bomb Squad on, and I've noticed that Bomb Squad actually protects you from being one-shot by a vehicle sometimes, so I'm kind of, you know, alright, I can escape, the distance is there, I have a stim shot, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different things that go through my mind. That's why I run the stim shot in Ground War. I trust the stim shot a lot to keep me alive, and I also like to use it to regain tack sprint if I need to cross something really fast. And this is really weird right here. Some guy just comes out of nowhere, right? Like, I'm like, oh, there's no one there. All of a sudden there's a guy here, he's shooting at me. I'm gonna pre-fire him a little bit, right? And he's still pushing it. He goes through, I end up getting him, and I get my second gunship. And it's already pretty early in the match. We're only 100 points in, so I knew this match had a potential to be a heater. Now, I will say one thing. My streaks were definitely not doing as much damage as some other times. There will be games where I will only earn one set of streaks. I'll die like one time, and I'll have 90 kills, just because my streaks ended up going crazy, or I'm just getting a ton of gun kills. Every single match plays out differently, but there is one thing that is very consistent, and this is what I try to do. Try to get my streaks as fast as I can, capitalize on the early game by trying to push to where I believe most of the enemies will be right off rip, or trying to get myself in a good position to set up shop. And once I'm there, I try to get my streaks as fast as possible, and try to get Ghost as fast as possible, because whenever they get UAVs, if they do get UAVs on the other team, they'll be chasing around other, you know, teammates nearby. Maybe my team gets a UAV, they won't have Ghost, and I'll be able to see pretty much everything that's going on, and that will give me very, very good early game momentum. Another thing is, whenever you're calling your streaks in this game, you got to be careful, because you will show up on the enemy's radar whenever they have a UAV up, because it's like shooting an unsuppressed gun. So, as you can see here, I like to find little weird areas to call in my gunship and my my chopper gunner, so that way I could try to survive, just so that way I can earn that extra score towards my next set of streaks whenever I am using my chopper gunner and gunship. And this is just pretty much something I do a lot, and there's so many random weird spots on these maps, just areas that don't need to exist, but for whatever reason they do, and by all means, just go ahead and use them, bro. Also, I did not even know that that vehicle right there was a friendly. I thought it was an enemy's, because I was still getting hit markers around it, so I was really confused. Again, wasted some precious time in this gunship, and I think that cost me some kills. Also, for whatever reason, you move around whenever you were in a kill streak. So yeah, having a really safe area where you're not going to be spotted by enemies is crucial. Trust me on that. But as you guys can see, I'm not just only going to go for enemies around flags. I'm just going to go wherever the kills are, try to take people out. If I could get some defense and offense medals for that 50 score, I'm going to do it by all means. But I'm not going to stress too much, because at the end of the day, you want to capitalize on your chopper gunners and gunships. Now, Something that's actually kind of funny is I only have about 3,000 kills with Chopper Gunner, Gunship, and VTOL each, so I have about 9,000 kills coming from streaks, and I have about like 36,000 kills right now in Ground War since I started playing it at the beginning of this season, much more. I only probably had like a couple thousand kills before I returned to it, and I still do get a lot of gun kills. It just really depends on the map, it really depends on the lobby, and yeah, I personally do think this is one of the best kill streak setups in the game for chasing kills. That's not to say that Stealth Bomber and Advanced UAV swapped for Chopper Gunner and Gunships, like if you swap those out for Advanced UAV and Stealth Bomber, that's not to say that's a bad streak setup by any means. I actually really do enjoy using that streak setup, but it's going to heavily depend on the map. If you're trying to go for a lot of gun kills as well, and you're trying to grind up some gun kills or something, then yeah, by all means, use the Advanced UAV and the Stealth Bomber. And I would say that Zaya Observatory and Al Malik International are really, really good for running that streak combination and getting a lot of kills, because that way you can focus on getting a lot more gun kills. But on a map like Said, Guijarro, you know, all these maps here that came with the base game, I still think that the Advanced UAV is not as good on these maps, simply because there's so much more verticality on these maps. There's a lot of tanks on these maps, and I think that at the end of the day, it's in your best bet to run something like Chopper Gunner and Gunship, especially because a lot of people are trying to sit on rooftops, which, by the way, you don't want to stick to rooftops at all, because you're trying to limit the angles people can take you on from whenever you're trying to streak up and stay alive. If you are somebody, by the way, I'm about to get absolutely pooped on right here because I stopped shooting thinking this guy should be dead because it seemed like it was enough bullets, but you know, the bloom on my 74U is just not having it today, so unfortunate. But it was actually fortunate because, well, I already got all my streaks, you know, so not really too razzed about that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call these in, and you guys already know I'm going to try to get another set of streaks after this, and I do. So 4 set of streaks, only 135 kills. I'm kind of disappointed in that because I really feel, like I said, I've had games where I only get 1 set of streaks and I get 90 kills. I'll get 2 set of streaks and I have like 110 kills. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't really the best lobby for the streaks. So I feel like 4 sets of streaks should easily net me 140 to 150 kills, and this is one of those rare moments where I actually do get 4 set of streaks in a single match. It's not common at all I get 4 set of streaks in a single match, because usually I'll get sniped, I'll get noob tubed, I'll get shotgunned, something BS is going to kill me off of my streaks. But at the end of the day, it really does just depend on that lobby in order to get your streaks going and getting a lot of kills with them. Now, if you guys are wondering what I think are the best maps in the game right now for Ground War, for going for kills, there's a few. So, Tarak, we'll start with the base maps. The worst, we'll do worst to best. So the worst is Sharif Bay. Just don't play the map. All right, let the casuals have their fun on that map. All right, Sharif Bay, garbage. Don't play it. Tarak, you can sometimes play it. If you're looking to get a lot of kills with a sniper, maybe with overkill and a submachine gun or something of that nature, or you know, you just want to snipe for a match and try to streak up pretty heavy with a sniper. I dropped my first 100 plus on Tarak today. Actually, I might have had one before, but I'm pretty sure it was my first 100 plus. I dropped today 100 to 4 with the MCPR, and then a Vector on my back, or the Fennec, whatever you want to call it. The map is hit or miss. I don't think it's all that great because there's too many tanks and too many snipers, which means there's a lot more randomness to how you can die. So Tarak, do it at your own discretion. Santa Senya Border Crossing, the map has potential for really high kills, just like this map here, Guijarro, but it also has moments where it plays slower than Sharif Bay. It's really lobby dependent. I'll usually stay for it. I'll feel it out. If it's a bad lobby, I just leave. If people are, you know, not playing the match fast enough, so that way I can get a lot of kills, I'll just leave it. You know, I'll just go ahead and give it to whoever's in there or whatever. You know, they can go ahead and have their fun playing hide and go seek. The next map then is going to be Said. Said, the reason it's 4th place is because Said has a really bad side. So if you spawn on E going towards, I believe, A, that side, the enemies will spawn towards their HQ if they own A and B, and a lot of people like to spawn in their HQ and snipe anyways on that side, so it's really going to be lobby dependent. There's been times where I've dropped a crazy amount of kills on that side. There's been times where it's slower than Sharif Bay, not even joking, because you have 12 to 15 people just sitting in our HQ with a sniper. So if that's the kind of lobby, just back out. Don't even waste your time. Next up is going to be Al-Malik International Airport. I think Al-Malik International Airport is a good map for running non-lethals and, you know, maybe a stealth bomber, but the map, the more and more I play it, the less and less I'm liking it, just because I really like going for a lot of kills. And I also noticed that, like, there's just way too many DEFCONs that happen on this map, because if you run an advanced UAV and you get all your streaks and that kind of stuff, people really cower up on that map and they'll just sit in the back of their spawn. Now, there is one good side for gunship, and that's if you spawn on A and you have to go to E, but you can't pick what side you want to be on. So yeah, Al-Malik International, I mean, it's good for kills, but it could be better. Number 2, I think, is Zai Observatory, and the reason I say Zai Observatory is number 2 is, although it's small, although it's more compact than Guijarro, it is just, there's some bad gunship angles, and there are you just will miss out on so many kills if you get those bad gunship angles. There's nothing you can do about it. So it's like if all the enemies are in their HQ at A, yeah, it can happen, and you're just gonna miss out on so many kills, kind of like how I can't get those guys in the back right now. And it happens way too often for me, but if that didn't happen as often, I'd probably say Zai Observatory is number 1. And then Guijarro is number 1, in my opinion, for getting kills, just because this map, kill streaks on this map just go stupid. People sit on these really dumb areas of rooftops, and they just think they're safe up there all game. You get a chopper gunner, you get a gunship, it's just farming simulator, man. Like, these guys literally get farmed on Guijarro. I think I average like 70 kills per match on this map, just because it's so easy for me to get my streaks, because both sides are pretty good for streaking up, and there's so many areas of this match where of this map where you can go, and you can basically just farm people. So yeah, don't worry about all the rooftops on the map. That's what your streaks are for, to kill them off the rooftops and create some more flow on the ground. But if the lobby is good on Guijarro and you're in a good lobby, it is farming simulator, and I think this is the map where there could be 150 to 175 kill potential here. So I'm going to keep trying for that. We'll see what happens. But anyways, tough loss. I ended up even having like 4 captures this game. Hey, I did my part. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.